All right. Here we are at one of our favorite spots again. The water is very low, as you can see. We do get some rain, but it doesn't really help all that much. It pretty much just gets washed right down. It doesn't really help the water level from that little bit of rain we had. But I'm going to see if there's any fish hanging around over here. If anything, they're going to be up high in that white water. They're not going to be sitting down lower, I wouldn't think. Where the water just gets really shallow. So we're going to see if there's anything hanging around up in here. We're going to have to try and stay up as high as we can, so we're going to have to go up the steps here. To try our little fish trap here. There could be something sitting in there. We're not going to be able to last very long out here though, because when it's going to start heating up, we're going to have to get out of here. See if there's anything sitting in this little hole here. They gotta eat. There we go. We got one out in the middle there. Can't tell how big it is yet. There's a lot of muck right here. I'm going to try not to walk through. Just a little guy here. In that fast water out there, out in the middle. These guys hooked up pretty good here. There we go. It's a little guy here. But the less and less for them to eat up here, the smaller they're going to get, and the less fish there are going to be up here. There's always going to be fish around, but there's not going to be like a feeding frenzy unless the minnows all come up in here. But then they get gobbled up pretty fast. And then the fish go back down to where they would normally be. I just saw little fish trying to get up the spillway, so they're around. They're just not stacked. And they're not very aggressive. And we got one out of the hole. About a medium, I'd say. He's pulling. Because these things are used to running in that fast water, so they're going to have a lot of power. They want to get back out into that fast water. This guy's really putting up a fight for his size. It's only about maybe about an 8 or something like that. There we go. It's a little guy. He tore up our jig pretty good. This is one of their spots, but I haven't seen them around here a long time. But I don't come here very often. Oh man, something's after a bluegill in here. I just saw a bluegill go flying through the air. I don't know if you guys saw that, but something was trying to eat a bluegill in here. Maybe we can get that guy. Unless he's still after that bluegill. Something was following it, even with the weeds all over it. I was just trying to run it in to get it back in real fast. Something was after it, but it just didn't catch up to it in time. Or it was sitting right here on this edge. It could be that as well. But that's kind of weeded right now. There he is. That might be the guy that chased it. He's got a little more size to him. He's not hooked up real well, I don't think. He just kind of ate it. Hopefully he stays on. But he was right. He must have been riding that edge right there. Or he followed us in and he was still there. It's like about a medium-sized fish here. If I saw it was a bigger one, I would probably go get down there so I can grab him right out of the water, so you wouldn't have to hang on the end of the jig like that. It might fall off. So it's a pretty decent one. I don't know if that would be maybe about a 10, at least a 10. Something like that. So he was either riding his edge right here, or he followed us in. Because I'm pretty sure that's the same fish that tried to hit it when I was zipping it through here. Another thing I do is I'll hold my pole up really high to keep that tension on it, to keep that jig up higher out of the weeds. No, I just had something smack it right on that edge again. It followed me in, and then it hit it right on that edge again. Like that one day where they were all hitting on that edge right there. Let's see if it's still around. Now we got in the weeds there. See if he's still hanging around his edge. There he is. He was still there. Oh, he's fighting. I mean, it feels like it's got size, but it's really difficult to tell the way these things fight, the power these things have. It's difficult to tell how big they are. This guy did the same thing though. He followed me into that edge and he stayed there. Oh, he's really making some boils on top, shaking his tail. I can't tell how big he is yet. No, he's about a medium. He's just got that he's got that smallie power. He's hooked in the top, so he came up on it and ate it. Because that jig was probably skimming the top, he came up on it and hit it. There he is. Nice little 10, 12 at the most, probably. Not really sure. So that seemed to work a couple times, skimming across. They follow it in, and then you do a follow-up cast and hope that they're still there. Try to run this through here quick enough, and then slow it down right here. That worked for me a couple times. Tried his edge here. There's just a lot of debris in there to see something. Just kind of drift it. Just kind of let it ride that edge there. Whoa, we had something slam that. I was just kind of reeling in casually, and then I kind of jigged it a little bit, and something slammed it. Pretty much impossible to tell how big it is. That's a big white bass. Those guys will really slam it. Those guys are fast movers, streamline fish. They'll really slam it. It's a nice size one too. I was hoping to get one of these eventually. I haven't seen that many this year. Where's that hook? The heck, he looked like he was hooked on the top, and now he's got hooked on the hook. Just popped and then went in the bottom. We almost lost that guy without a picture anyway. This is a meaty white bass. This guy's been eating good. Get a nice picture of this guy. This is the biggest white bass I got this year. Get a nice picture of this guy. That's easily a 12-incher, if not more. It's pretty meaty too. He's definitely been eating. It's heavy. That's the heaviest fish I got today. Those things will slam it though. They're really aggressive. Get a nice school of white bass in here. That'd be good to see. They're usually out there zipping through that fast water. I just saw something else on the top of the water getting chased. There we go. Got a pretty good one hiding in the hole here. That's what I do. I just kind of switch back and forth. Fish in the water and then fish in this little pocket up here. These guys are giving me a good fight. I saw it jump though. It's not a... It's about a medium. Just saw another fish over there with him, like he thought there was a meal, and he was right with this one, going after this. This guy. Some of them have that really nice striped pattern on them, and some of them have like a more plain pattern to them. Oh, there we go. That same thing again. He followed it in, and then he hit it right when I was coming along that edge, when it was kind of like, I got to hit it now, or I'm going to lose it. That's when he hit it. Yeah, just a little guy, but he's got a fight. He's got some fight to him. I don't want to tire him out too much. Get him in, get him out. He hit it from the side. Like he just swiped at it when he was riding that edge there. There he is, little guy. They just seem to like it, like chasing it across like that. When they see it drifting across the water like that, like it's trying to get away, they just come after it and follow it in and wait for the right moment. Some of them don't wait, they'll just hit it, they'll just smack it out there. Maybe if there's another fish around, they might feel like they got to be more aggressive and get it while they can, and not just kind of follow and wait for the right moment. Not seeing anything riding the spillway here. There we go. We got a hit way up high. You can see where I'm at up here. This fish wants to go higher. That's what they'll do sometimes. They'll hit it way up there. This guy's really jerking his head around here. Just another smaller one. The big powered fish up in that hard water. He wasn't messing around. He just hit it. He just hit it hard way up there in that hard water. Let's take a look at my jig and my knot here real quick, and my line. Everything looks like it's in pretty good shape. Yeah, that guy was riding up high. He just hit it up here. I swear it felt like something tried to get it way up in that white water. There we go. It drifted right to this guy here. He's bending the rod over, but you just can't tell how big they are because of that power. And in that current, it feels like a giant, but you just can't tell. Well, I'll come down here, because I mean he was bending the rod over, so I haven't really seen him yet. My arm's starting to hurt a little. Now, see, they fool you every time. They think it's something really nice, big, and I mean it's pretty good. Yeah, he's got it good in his upper lip here. Another maybe like a 12 or something like that. Not too striped, kind of a plainer green fish. He had some power to him. Plus, when they get in that current, they take advantage of that current. That's where you get that fight. His jig's kind of getting a little straggly here. The head on this jig is wiggling a little bit. I don't know if I should put another jig on here or not. I might have to switch out this jig because it gets beat up out there. That'll give him a fresh look too. A nice clean look. See if we can get this done on the fly here. They'll tear up those jigs though. Trying to get my gear out here. Okay. Let's see what we got left here. I got some smaller white ones. I got another big one like that. This is pretty much our last nice big jig like that. I think we're going to go with that just to, I think that'll give us our best chance. I usually trim the tail down a little bit to try and get it so that they don't just grab the tail. But I'm kind of want to just leave the tail on nice and long on this one. Maybe make it stick out a little more. All right, first cast with a fresh jig. Let's see what we can do. I just saw a big fish trying to climb that spillway down there. Could have been a carp or a big sheephead. See, we got a nice drift here, but then when it gets down a bit, that's when you pick up those weeds. Try to keep this thing clean and visible. I'll check the hole for a second. We got a hit immediately. But I think it was the smaller one that hit the tail. I don't know if a bluegill will hit this thing in here. Oh, there he is. He's swimming out. Got him out of the hole. He wants to get out. He wants to get out there. Hopefully he doesn't tear up my new jig on me. Let's get this guy in quick. Oh, he looked like he's got that jig in there pretty deep. He really swallowed that jig. He didn't swallow it, just right in the roof of his mouth here. Could have easily gotten off. Pretty decent size one though, maybe a 12. He's got a little girth to him. Nice one. He's got some little striping on him. Looks like my tail got ripped up a little bit. It seems like they're just starting to trickle in here though. Little by little. Got another one already up in the hole. He wasn't that big, but he got out into that fast water. He's giving me a good fight here. He wants to go. Maybe a little smaller than that last one, I think. Come on, get in here. I'm kind of fighting the weather here, thinking about how long I want to try and hold out. There's a smaller one than that last one. Catch and shoot. That's my policy. See how our jig's looking here. Let's try drifting it out here. There he is. I think it's a smaller one. We got him on the edge there. Followed us in and hit it on the edge here. Jumper. Let's get this guy in really quick. Nice little guy. see if we can get something to hit it out there. This little jig comes around a lot faster. Got one in the hole. This is a tiny one, I think. Smaller jig, smaller fish, I guess. Oh, it's a largemouth. Oh, he's really... That's weird. That doesn't look like a largemouth. Might have to do some research. No, that's... looks like a smallie, but it's really light. It's a really light color. It could be a hybrid. Looks like a hybrid. That's definitely smallie, like it, the head and everything. Small mouth. The top. But it was really light on the bottom. Come on, something hit it out here. So we got a jumper here, a little bit of size too. I hope he stays on with that little jig. That was a pretty, he came off. I had a feeling that was going to happen for some reason. That was a pretty heavy fish. Plus there was some weeds on that hook too. I don't think he was hooked that well. That's why I was trying to get him in real quick. I think them weeds on that hook, he didn't get a good hook set. It wasn't a huge one or anything. It's probably like a 12. But it was pretty heavy, pretty thick fish. That was the first one we lost today. You could see him though. You don't always get a good hook set when you're just hanging it in a hole like this. You just gotta hope you get a good set when it takes off. This is not a new jig either. That's the thing, the hook may not be that sharp. Let's see if we can get one out here. I think I got weeds already. Feel a lot of weeds. See how sharp this hook is. This hook is not sharp at all.